how you have changed your total attitude. So we have Krishna Swami Prabhuji to begin this session. Hare Krishna.
So I thank Preeti Mataji for that introduction, though I don't deserve most of the things what she mentioned. But as a service, we are doing this activity with no ulterior motive than to propagate this Krishna consciousness and the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita coming from our parampara, from our acharyas, including Srila Prabhupada, who is the ISKCON founder acharya. So we will do kirtan for a few minutes, and after that we start our class. With your permission and with all senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis permission, I would like to take up to do this course and conduct this course with all your blessings. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Jai.
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 Thank you very much for your wonderful participation. So actually, we know that unlike any other subject, the spiritual subject comes not just by our own endeavor, but it comes from the Kripa. It comes from our serious senior Acharya's mercy and Lord Krishna's mercy. So we need to take the blessings of all our senior Vaishnavas. So while we are starting this course, so this particular Mangalacharana is to invoke that auspiciousness to give their blessings and mercy onto us, such that we can understand this subject matter, and at least a drop of that nectar which they have experienced, we can also experience. Om Ajnanati Nirandasya Gnanandana Shalakaya Chakshurur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama 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 Hare
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 Hare.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langahete girim yatkrupa tamham vande paramananda madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Namaho
ఏంటమ్మా
Krishna Prasthaya
ఆ?
Bhutale Srimate
ఎందుకు
Swami Tinamine
బ్రాహ్మణం
Namaste
అంటారా
Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So kindly mute all of you so that we can take these classes more seriously and we can focus on what is essential in our life. So before we take on to the class, I would like to introduce one thing. Do you know what you know? I know a lot of you might be puzzled by seeing what is this. He's talking about the length of a below line, A plus B, and we are talking about Bhagavad Gita, discover yourself. How is this all related? Okay, so I'll come there. So what is the length of this below line? It's no brainer. It is A plus B, right? And what is the square of A plus B? We know that
A square plus B square.
A square
A
plus
plus
B square plus 2AB.
this is no brainer. So now if you ask yourself, can you tell me how is that A plus B whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square? You will say that, yeah, I learned in my school days. But again, if you understand in a better way, what is that you can really relate to yourself with this equation is the question that I am trying to pose and trying to address here. Now this is A plus B, A, and this is B, which is the segment, and the other side of that is also the same. The square of that, A plus B square of that is the square that you have created. And what is the area of this part? It is A square. What is the area of this part? It is B square. We know that area of this. And what is the area of this rectangular part? It is AB and the other part is AB. So now if you put together that equation, A square for the whole, A plus B whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Now why am I saying this? Because most of the time we are in the process of rutting things. We just wanted to mug up things. And that is what has happened to us being in this colonial rule that Britishers have ruled us, and they wanted an educational system which will only make you clerks, not a thinking person. And that part is missing in our education system in our life. And now why am I bringing this is because this can happen to you for a simple equation like A plus B whole square, but in other parts of your life, other phases of your life also this is happening, and we'll try to expose that and try to see how we can overcome those challenges that we are facing in our life to understand life in toto. Now this is not a maths class, so I'm not going to the details. Similarly, minus into minus is plus. We have learned so many years back in our basic algebra, but nobody has really told us how we can prove this. Right? I challenge each one of you. You might be doing MTech, you might be doing BTech, or you might have done PhD, but still these basics are not clear to any of us. So this is a simple thing that is coming from childhood, probably from second class onwards, third class onwards, we have this basic algebra, right? So yeah, so I'm not going into the details right now. The other aspect of the spiritual life I wanted to touch. Why am I bringing all this? Is to give you the essence how we should do learning. See, you might have come to these Bhagavad Gita classes, you might have attended so many other classes prior to coming to this class, no doubt about it, and you might have known some of the Bhagavad Gita slokas too. I'm not denying the fact, but here what is the emphasis is how we should take things, how we should read Bhagavad Gita, how we should grasp Bhagavad Gita and put some few things at least in our life, because they say that an ounce of practice is equivalent to tons of theory, or it cannot equate to tons of theory. So an ounce of practice is very important. Now, if you see in any spiritual organization for that matter, or a spiritual practitioner, so what happens is that 80% of them are in the mediocre kind of a framework. They are there. What is that? We will see. So if you see, as I told you, any spiritual organization or spiritual practitioner, you can get them divided into 3 segments. The first segment is 80% of the segment, and these are people who are mediocre. Mediocre means you take this 10-80-10 principle is applicable all over in whichever place you are there. If you take a educational institution, you will have this 10-80-10 principle applicable everywhere. And what is this? And it also applies to the spiritual practitioner and spiritual organization too. How do you describe this mediocrity in the word, or what is the characteristics of this mediocrity? Is that they are casual spiritual practitioners. Why did you come to this course? Why did you join this Gita game course? I just wanted to come and see what it is. So this kind of people are 80%. I'm not saying that you are not supposed to have that kind of a attitude. Yeah, let us go and check it out. But again, what do you do after that is very important, and in which direction you are also moving is also very important. So these 80% are the casual spiritual practitioners, and they are also in the ritualistic category, and they are sometimes complacent, not looking to improve. నేను నేర్చుకున్నాను భగవద్గీత, చాలు నాకు ఇంకా. Already your mindset is that I don't need to learn more. So if you are having that kind of a mindset, you are coming under this 80% mediocre kind of a practitioner, and you are mechanical. Mechanical meaning everything that you are doing is mechanical. So there is no involvement of yourself. And few other things. Boredom is there in your spiritual journey. Spiritual journey is not exciting for you. And absence of emotions, enthusiasm is there with these 80% kind of people, and they are kind of stagnant. Now ask yourself, is this not true for other organizations also? If you are working in some company, this 10-80-10 principle applies there also. So what are these 10% green category people? They are in pure ecstasy. So they are enjoying their life to the extent it has to be enjoyed. Okay. So now these are the 10% who are in emergency category. They will only come when there is some emergency. In spiritual life also, they will come to shelter of Bhagavad Gita, or come to temple and visit temple and do all this when there is emergency. I wanted to share one thing. I was taking these kind of classes earlier also, and one Mataji, she was regularly coming for almost 1.5 month, and after that for next 2 months she stopped coming. And all of a sudden I saw her and I asked her, Mataji, what happened? Why are you not coming to the classes? Then she said, Prabhuji, you know what? I do not have any problems now, and that is the reason why I'm not coming to your classes. So You are kind of a person who come just when there is emergency, and you kind of see to it that your whatever your expectations are met, and then you leave. So you are in that emergency category, or you are the person who are coming only when need basis. When it is a desperate situation, you are coming and trying to seek the shelter of Bhagavad Gita, or trying to attend these classes, etc., etc. Okay, so please stop me if you have any questions. Somebody was raising their hand, so I'll complete this and then you can ask questions. I will definitely give you the opportunity to speak. Okay, so this is the mediocre. Don't you think this is applicable to any organization? Take any college. College, mediocre people, 80% are there. Only 10% are really the people who are working to do something in their life, which they have some purpose in their life, and they wanted to go to the next level. And that is what you see, the 10% category people. And this emergency 10 people are the people who are ready to just fail and just do suicide also sometimes, because they are frustrated in their life. They don't know what to do. There is nobody to guide them, and neither they are interested. So that is the kind of situation we are in. You take any IT organization, same thing. There are 10% of people who are looking for changing the job, and they are not interested in the company. They are not interested to do the work, and they are just there to just while off their time and spoil others with their association. And if there is another offer letter that comes, they will leave. And there are 10% of people who are really there, and they wanted to do something with their life and to the company in which they are employed with. And this other 80% are mediocre people. And now you may ask, oh, why all this? How is that related? Now, if you see, in this world, two types of people are free from all anxiety and merged in great happiness. One who is retarded and foolish fool, or a childish fool, and one who has approached the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the three modes of material nature. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 9th chapter, 4th verse. It says that there are only two kinds of people who are free from anxiety, and they are merged in great happiness. And who is that? One who is retarded, who is child, foolish kind of mentality, and the other one who has taken the shelter of the Supreme Lord. Now you may ask, so why is that only the foolish people are? They say that ignorance is bliss. So that is the reason they are in that state. But we are not that. We are not foolish people. We are having certain intelligence to use and go beyond the modes of nature, and then attain that Satchidananda Swarupa, because we are all having that. It is not brought out from somewhere else. That happiness, that Ananda is there within us, which we can experience. So each one of you are Amruta Prutraha. That's what Vedas say. So each one of you are that, but you need to attain that. So you will be happy when you come into the 10% category. And the people who are in the others emergency category, foolish people, they are also happy. But most of us, including me, we are in this mediocre category. So that is the reason we are neither sometimes happy, most of the time not happy. Sometimes we make right decisions, sometimes we don't make right decisions, because most of us are in this mediocrity 80% category. So what do we do now? So this is the situation we are in. You cannot deny that, and neither I can deny, because I myself come in that category. So now the only happiness that I have is that in which direction you are going. Are you going towards the, I accept that I am in this 80% mediocrity category, but am I diverting, or am I tending towards the green 10%, or tending towards emergency 10% is a governing factor? Okay, because if you are in this mediocrity kind of a space, you are like na ghar ka na ghat ka dhobi ka kutta. They say that, please forgive me for using these words, but if you are in this, you are neither here nor there, because if you come into the emergency foolish category, you'll be happy. If you go to the purity and ecstatic pure state, you'll be happy. But if you are in this middle state, you will be unhappy all the time. So choose in which direction you wanted to go, and you have taken a right decision to come to attend to these classes, because this is really will take you towards that green 10% with conviction, with a lot of what do you say, prayers. I request that each one of you to take up to this course, wherein we all can move towards that happy green 10%. Okay. Now that's what. So who all wants to be average now? Please tell me. Any questions? Yes. Any questions so far? No? We are good? Okay. So please feel free to raise your hands, and we can unmute you, or we will ask you to. Okay, so fine. So let me take up to the next thing, that I have something in plan for today. I need to sometimes keep track of my time, because I tend to okay. Before we go there, okay, here it is. Okay, I'll open up for a few questions now, and then we'll have a few more slides to present. Let me stop share. Yeah. Yes, please. Anybody has any questions? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why have you joined this course? What is the purpose? For anything, there should be a purpose. So what's the purpose of joining this course? Yes, come on. We're all there to hear you. Anybody?
Prabhuji, namaskar. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Your name, Prabhu?
Nagaraj.
Nagaraj, Prabhu. Thank you for volunteering. Yes, go ahead, Prabhu. Why did you join this course?
I want to gain. In my internal energy seems to just go down with all the new way of working and all, and internally I don't feel that strong. So I think spirituality is the only way where we can get ourselves strong internally, whatever the outside situation may be. So I want to just get nearer to God and get His strength.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Others, please raise your hands so that we can ask you at later point of time. So let me take up to a few things now. Thank you, Nagaraj Prabhu. Fantastic, and hope we will meet your expectations. Now, whatever we are doing in our life, what are we doing it for? Can you put it on the chat, or any one or two people can put it on the, what are you looking for? Why is that you are doing what you are doing? Whether you're going for a job, whether you are going for what do you say, getting married, begetting children, or going for a college. Why is that? What is the ultimate purpose for you to go? Yeah, Bhavani Mataji, you can unmute and then say if you want.
Namaste, sir.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Namaste. Hare Krishna. Basically, we are running in this mad rush of working, coming and doing all this. So I won't deny my co-participants will not agree more than this. But then I wanted to have a clarity, because sometimes when we are very transparent, we don't come across people who are transparent. So in such situations, what happens? We are bogged down by unhappiness. So question, what happens?
Yes, Mataji, I'd like to stop you there. Please forgive me.
Sure.
Yashwashini, I think, if I have rightly pronounced her, she also echoed the same thing what Bhavani Mataji said. We are searching for happiness in our life. Whatever we are doing only for happiness. Why am I going for a job? I am looking for happiness. Not directly sometimes. Maybe I'm getting money. With money, when I get, I will buy some things and then I'll become happy. So this, our life is more or less revolving around finding that happiness, searching for that happiness in our life. And that happiness which we are searching, we are kind of searching in all that what we are doing. Okay.
So
So
which is
Can I-
some people in the chat have answered that they want to know more about Krishna. Some wanted, I mean, most of them had said that they want to know, they want to have a life which is full of happiness. Some have mentioned that they want to know Krishna, they wanted to get connected to Krishna. If you have read about Srila Prabhupada ji, and but the downline was all want to search for happiness.
yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for summarizing that. So now if you see, we are all searching for that happiness. And from childhood, we are looking for happiness. And we tried so many ways. And did we get happiness? We cannot deny that we did not get happiness. When I got my first job, I was in the seventh heaven or whatever. And like, it is the first job I am able to earn now. So, and after that, I wanted to, I'm not satisfied then. My happiness limited only for probably for 10 days. After that, I started going into the rat race, as Mataji mentioned. And then I kind of trying to search happiness in doing the work. And later on, I found that, no, I might go to US. And then when I go and get a nice job in some multinational company, then I will be happy. I tried that, I achieved it, went to US, did this, etc., etc. Finally, then I thought, when I become an entrepreneur, start my own software company, then I can become happy. Then came back to India, did that. Now, again, end of the day, I knew that all this will not give me permanent happiness. It will give me some happiness, but it is temporary happiness only. The permanent happiness should be in conjunction with something else. If you are not getting, it is like Srila Prabhupada talks about a very nice example. There are so many zeros on the check you have written. 0, 0, 0, 0. But if you don't put 1 in the front, these zeros have no value. So similarly, in our life, if we do not bring this spiritual quotient, I'm repeating that, if you do not bring this spiritual quotient, SQ, in our life, all the other things that you have, your bank balance, your beautiful body, your intellect, this, that, I am a good speaker, I am this, I am a CEO of this company, all that has no value. I'm not saying that they don't have value, but when you put that 1 in the front, the all other zeros take to a next level, right? So you are and never Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna not to fight, not to leave his dharma, as one of you has mentioned in the chat. We need to do our dharma, but not forgetting our Swadharma and Sanatan Dharma. There are 2 dharmas. But most of the time what is happening is that we are forgetting our Sanatan Dharma, only interested or only focused on our Swadharma, which is taking care of your family, taking care of your job, taking care of this, that, but forgetting the important thing which one should not forget. And to help you rediscover and find out your right path to approach in your life, in your spiritual journey, this course is meant for. Okay. Now we are all searching for happiness in various ways, by having a boyfriend, girlfriend, getting married, earning money, and from grandchildren with their spending time with their families, etc., etc. Some people are doing daredevil kind of thing, or doing some fashions, this, that. But finally, end of the day, you know that it is not giving you the ultimate happiness, and they are trying to divert from there and find out that maybe in drugs, when I take to intoxication, when I go and indulge in sense gratification with opposite sex and all these, maybe I may get happiness. That's where they are kind of thinking, and they are moving, and they know that all these people whosoever have gone into these kind of activities, they never will get happiness. And whatever happiness they are getting, it will be momentarily, and you will be addicted to that, and you will be kind of. Now we know that we are seeing in a lot many places, like some cine hero who couldn't really withstand the situation and he committed suicide. And similarly, so many young heroines, and so lot many. And just recently, a couple of days back, my son was mentioning about we stay in Nizampet in Hyderabad, and in Miapur there is one a place called My Homes. That's a big apartment community there. A intermediate girl jumped from an 8th floor and then committed suicide. What? Why is this all happening? Because they don't know how to seek happiness and how to live life fully, and they are indulging in things which they shouldn't be, and there is nobody to guide them properly. And Bhagavad Gita is a manual for mankind. Please write it down if you want. Bhagavad Gita is a manual for mankind. When you take a washing machine, you don't know how to operate. What do we do? Yes, please. Anybody? Can you raise your hands and tell? What do you do if you take a nice washing machine which is new and you don't know how to operate? What do you do?
We read the manual.
Manual.
Please raise your hands, please.
What are the instructions?
Yes. Yeah. Virendra Avish.
Yeah. Varendra Avisana Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Now we will read the manual.
What else you will do?
do?
Okay, manual is there. Good. If manual is not there, what do you do?
We
will put it in the automatic mode.
Now,
Oh, you will put it in automatic mode, huh? I didn't know that there is something called automatic mode. Okay, anyways, that's also good.
We
Okay.
can,
Yeah.
we can have the demo.
Very nice. Whom you'll ask a demo? You'll ask anybody who is going on the road and say that, Baba, come here, please give me a demo of my washing machine. You'll ask whom? Yes, please.
The company technician.
The company people.
Yeah, you will
The
ask
experts.
you will ask a authorized company representative.
Company people.
Now, what is happening with our life is that this is also a human yantra, manava yantra. So this also need to be operated in the proper way. And how we need to operate, that is the user manual we need. But unfortunately, what is happening in the name of spirituality, we are taking help of any Tom, Dick and Harry. And this Tom, Dick and Harry can come you and tell you about spirituality in the internet. He can tell you in your WhatsApp group. He can tell you in your YouTube videos. And he, in the grab of spirituality, they will come and tell you. You should ask yourself, are they coming from a bona fide representation, or they are just telling whatever they want? I'm saying this for a reason. Why? Because there are so many people who will come and say that I am starting a course called inner engineering. You know who is that? And when you ask him, can you tell me how did you get this knowledge? No, I just sat down and I got this knowledge. What nonsense is this? How can you get this knowledge? Is this so mundane that you will sit down and you'll get this knowledge? It has to come from a parampara. This Bhagavad Gita, when Srila Prabhupada has did the translation, he never said that this is my Bhagavad Gita. He said this is coming from the Guru Parampara, and he has given the Guru Parampara in the first sheet itself. In Bhagavad Gita, if you take as it is written, who is the first Guru? We are coming from Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. This knowledge was given to Brahma by Krishna, and then slowly from disciplic succession this has come. Don't accept spirituality and spiritual knowledge from any Tom, Dick and Harry. There are only 3 authentic sampradayas. There from where you can get this knowledge, not just ISKCON. There are 2 other sampradayas also. We'll discuss that in greater detail. Now, the synopsis of what we are trying to say is that Bhagavad Gita is the manual for mankind. Please use this, and don't get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge from any Tom, Dick and Harry. Now, the unfortunate situation is that we say that Bhagavad Gita, anybody can. It is like the example given by Srila Prabhupada is that milk is, cow milk especially, is really good, and it nourishes your body when you drink. But if a serpent comes and touches that milk, will you take that milk? No. Similarly, if somebody is trying to teach you, a Mayavadi, a person who has not realized, not coming from the Guru Parampara, not coming from authentic source and teaching Bhagavad Gita, do not go to them. And if, especially for people who proclaim that they are gods, there are a lot of people, and these Mayavadis, they say that you are God, I am God, we both will become God one time, one day after certain practice. That is all nonsense that they are saying. Okay, and Srila Prabhupada said once, if somebody is saying that he is God, he is not GOD God, he is DOG dog. Never Srila Prabhupada mentioned that any of the philosophy which was deviated from the parampara. I am sorry, I am trying to be little univocal, or I am little harsh in my words. Please forgive me, but sometimes we need to accept the hard facts, because your mediocrity will be mediocre only. We will not go towards the aesthetic 10% unless until we get that jolt. The Srila Prabhupada has emphasized that we need to leave this mediocrity, and unless and until you leave your laziness, leave your comfort zone, you cannot go to the next level. There is no gain without pain. You have to put your efforts. You have to overcome that laziness, overcome that mediocrity that is stopping you to go to your next level. So that is what each one of us should try and do, and don't get happy just by eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Because why can anybody say why you should not be satisfied with these four? And in this is the sloka from Mahabharata, which says that ahara nidra bhayamaitunancha samanyametat pasubiranam dharmo itesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hinaha pasubi samanaha. So there are four things that are common between human beings and animals. What are those? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. If you are doing the same thing what other animals and other living entities are doing, then what difference it makes? And what are you? You are still. So they also have friends, they are also making for fun, they are also having families, they are also eating, sleeping, and mating. And so what's the difference between human beings and animals? Yes, please, anybody? Yeah, I would like others to speak. Please raise your hands. Others, please. What's the difference between human beings and animals? No difference? Yes, yes. Yes, Prabhuji, please. Can you unmute and then speak? Yes, Prabhu. Nice quote. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Please go ahead. What's the difference between humans and animals?
Prabhuji, as you said, like human beings are doing the same what animals are doing.
Okay. You need to take care of your microphone, Prabhu. I cannot follow you properly. Please take care of the microphone next time. Yes, Virendra Prabhu, sorry for that. Yeah, yes, Prabhu, one more time you can try.
Prabhuji, as you have explained, Prabhuji, like animals are also doing the same as humans are doing. But I've listened somewhere in a class, Prabhuji, that there's one difference that animals and humans, which is not similar, is this chanting of the holy name.
Okay. So yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Very good. Any other one last attempt by Nagaraj Prabhu? Others, please raise your hands. I want your participation.
I mean, yes, Prabhuji. I mean, there are two things that differentiate from animals with respect to us. One is consciousness and free will. I mean, we have a choice to think and to take actions. Yeah.
Fantastic. Very nice, Nagaraj Prabhu. So Bhavani Mataji, last you, and we'll go ahead.
The thinking power.
Thinking power. You think that animals do not have thinking power?
They don't know the good and bad. They are also intelligent, but they don't know whether it's to do or not to do is a question which only humans can discriminate.
If you train them, if you train a dog to, it knows where to do potty. In your home, it will not do anywhere. It will go to the bathroom. It will snatch the door if it is having stomach this thing, and it will go and do potty there only. Animals are also trainable. But what is the difference between human beings and animals? Shiva, last.
They don't.
Shiva Prabhu.
Prabhuji, in the chat, Archana has mentioned, Archana, Siddharth, they had said that we have a better consciousness, thought, we have free will, and this is in the chat box, Prabhuji.
Okay, Shiva Prabhu, one last and we'll go ahead now. Unmute Prabhu. Quick Prabhu, we do not have time. Unmute please, Shiva.
They don't have to follow dharma.
What did you say? Dharma. Can you repeat that one more time?
They don't have to follow dharma. They just live a life, and we have to follow dharma.
Okay. Keep park that one, Mataji. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Srinath Prabhu, we'll go. That would be.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
So I think there is no difference between the humans and the animals.
Oh, there is no difference.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. I think it's no difference. So even as a human being, he who knows the everything, he see that everyone is the same. Yes.
Okay. Got it, Prabhu. So fine. Yeah. I will take the discussion to the next level now. So what is the difference between human beings and animals? If you are doing the same four things, ahara, nidra, bhayamaithunancha, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, what Shastra is saying that you are well dressed, two-legged, sophisticated animal. That means why you are called sophisticated? Because whatever eating that you are doing, you are cooking in microwaves, or cooking in pressure cookers, or this, that, and then eating. Sleeping, you have a Kurlon beds, you have a nice apartments to stay, to defend yourself, so nobody will come and attack. And mating also, you do it in a sophisticated way. The dogs and cats, they do it anywhere. So, but you are just well-dressed, two-legged, sophisticated animal. The Dvipada Pashu, this is what? You are well-dressed, but still you are the same animalistic instinct only. You are not gone beyond that. And what is the difference? As rightly Mataji mentioned, that Dharmo hitesham adhiko vishesho. Dharma is the differentiation factor between human beings and animals. What is now the $1 million question is that what is this dharma? So what does this dharma mean? So because a lot of people say that dharma and religion is one and the same. When I went to Tirupati, there was something was written there. Most of the time you might have seen Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When I asked somebody, he said, safeguard the religion, Hindu religion, and the religion will safeguard you. Is that what Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha? What does that really mean? What does dharma mean? We do not have any understanding. So Srila Prabhupada gives a very nice analogy of what is dharma. It says that take sugar. What is the dharma of the sugar? Anybody? What is the dharma of the sugar?
Sweetness.
Sweetness. When suppose you take something which is as if it is sugar, you put it in your mouth and it is salty. But so that means it is not sugar, because the dharma of the sugar is to give you sweetness. So similarly, the dharma of the water is there, that it will quench your thirst when you drink. The dharma of the fire is to give light, it is to give for heat, and so that is the dharma. For a human beings also, we have dharma. Please mute Mataji, Bhavani Mataji. Others please mute, because there is some echo coming sometimes. So unless and until asked for, please be in the mute mode. So what is dharma? Shiva Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So what is dharma meaning? Can somebody define what is dharma in the chat? Meanwhile, so the dharma means some intrinsic characteristic of the entity, which when removed, its identity is lost. That is called dharma. That means an intrinsic quality of that entity. Now, if you take out sweetness from sugar, it is no more a sugar. If you take out heat from the fire, it is no more the fire. It is not giving you light. That means it is not heat at all, right? So fire at all. That means something which is ingredient in it. When you do not have that, that means it is not, it lost its dharma, or it is not able to retain its dharma. So what is the dharma of the human beings? Because dharmo itesham adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pasubhi samanaha. That means you are the same if you do not have this dharma. So now the question is, what is dharma?
Prabhuji, in the chat, people have mentioned that kind of principle which we are able to follow. And dharma is dharan. Somebody mentioned that it is our identity. And one person has mentioned, and Prabhuji has mentioned it is
Now the question is that what is our identity? What is that identity which differentiates us from human beings and animals? What is that one thing that which will differentiate us? Yes.
Service to the garden.
So please do not speak unless and until your hand is up raised. I want everybody to participate, please. Please, others also, please raise your hands. The one definition for dharma, we have seen that. And what is that dharma? Can we come out and bring that? What is that dharma? Yes. How can you, Venkatadri, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandat Pranam.
Chaitanya Das. Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandat.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
We are servants of the Lord.
So one characteristic is that you are saying that we are servants of the Lord. Okay, what else can be the dharma means? Yeah, that's the good definition, no doubt about it. Yes, but it is little next level, but I am talking about much more lower or the basic what the Shastra is saying. Yes, Nagaraj Prabhu.
Honesty.
Honesty. If you are not honest, you do not consider yourself as the human being. Okay, what next? One last, please.
Prabhuji, I mean, I've read somewhere it says in Hindi that dharma उसे कहते हैं जिसको हम धारण करते हैं.
हाँ, वो क्या धारण करना चाहिए? That you have to tell na. What is that I need to dhar, which I have to retain so that my identity is kept. I am qualifying myself to say that I am a human being. What is that?
I mean, close meaning I can understand is its duty. I mean, duty towards society, people, for oneself.
Got it. Thank you, Prabhu. Mahita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I think dharma for us is our duty as an individual.
Okay. As an individual, you have to do your duty. Good. Naveen Reddy Prabhu. Is that the same what Mataji said? Mahita Mataji said?
Yeah, to conduct the...
Okay. Now let us see. What does the Shastra say? Shastra says that as per the Vedanta Sutra, the first sutra, what it says is that the dharma means that atato brahma jignasa. If you do not have this jignasa, atato brahma jignasa. Jignasa of what? Inquisitiveness of what? Who am I? Who is God? Why am I suffering in this material world? What is my relationship with the Supreme Lord? So as one of the Prabhuji mentioned, Chaitanya Prabhu, so these are the inquisitive questions that one should get. A donkey, a rat, a cat, a lion, but these animals do not have the capability or the need to ask these inquisitive questions or have the what do you say, capability or ingredient in them to ask these questions. Only humans can do. They can do eating, sleeping, mating and defending. In addition to that, if you are not able to do this, inquisitive mindset is not there, you are not able to probe things, you are not interested to understand these subjects, matters that we are talking about, asking these fundamental questions. Why bad things happen to good people? Why good things happen to bad people? So, and what is this universe? Why am I suffering here? Well, why these many calamities are coming, natural calamities are coming and people are dying? Why this corona is coming? So these are some of the fundamental questions which is addressed in Bhagavad Gita. There are 5 aspects that are addressed in Bhagavad Gita. First is who am I, which is Jiva. Who is God? Paramatma. And what is the relationship between the Jiva and Paramatma? What is this Prakriti? What is this Jagat? Whatever is it formed from a Big Bang theory? Or is it formed from a intelligent person? Behind this, is there somebody who is making the planets revolve systematically, and the sun is and the planets are revolving so nicely, and everything is so systematically coming? Who is the mastermind behind this? And the last one, Kala, the time factor. So is there anything after this life? Is there any new life that I am going to take? So these are the questions that one should have. If you are having this, well and good, you are following your dharma, or you are really qualified to say that your human form of life is justified. If not, as Shastra is saying, we are more or less two-legged, sophisticated, well-dressed animals. That's it. Okay. So this is where we are, and I just have to track the time. So please give me 1 second. Sometimes oh, it's nearing 6. Okay, can we do it till 6:30? Is that okay? So is everybody okay with 6:30?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so probably we'll take 15 more minutes, not more than that. After that, we'll open up for question and answers. 10 to 15 minutes, please give me time. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. In the end of the session, we will be addressing all your questions. Whatever questions you have about game, that course that we are doing, Gita for all made easy. So all that we will be addressing. Okay. So now if you see the analogy that is given here, that as a driver drives a car, the soul drives a living body. Scientific research have proven it. Most of the time, see, suppose, can somebody believe, does anybody believe in soul? Does it? Yes, please. Anybody who does not believe in soul? Yeah.
We believe in soul.
You believe in soul? Is there anybody who doesn't believe in soul? Virendra Prabhu, don't you believe in soul?
Yeah, I believe in soul, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone? I'm trying to challenge you. Is there anyone who don't believe in soul? So those who are not muted, please mute, because there is disturbance coming. Please request you with folded hands. Okay. So I will ask you another question. Do you believe in God? I would say each one of you don't deny to say that you don't believe in God because of various reasons. I'll tell you what, my own example. I was more or less having this inquisitiveness from my intermediate, and while I was doing my graduation, while I was and there was a friend of mine in intermediate. He took to the BPC group, and but he was from childhood, he was quarreling with me, and later on also we had a lot of interactions, and he never believed in God. And after a gap of 15 years, after completing our post-graduation, he pursued medical field, and he became a big doctor. And he invited me after a gap to his hospital inauguration, and I went there. And to my surprise, I saw that he was doing a lot of, he called so many brahmanas, and he was doing homam, he was doing a lot of ritualistic activities and all that. I was surprised. I thought somebody might have influenced him, and he became he became God conscious now. Probably something. I was very curious and asked him, kind of in a little higher tone, because of my excitement, the way I am speaking right now, little excited. And similarly, I spoke. What happened? Then he pulled me aside and then said, I invited you, and you can have nice lunch, and you can just leave after that. Why are you asking these kind of probing questions? No. I was just surprised. I'm so happy that you got so nice influenced. See, he told me one thing. He said, I've invested so much in this particular hospital, so many crores. Now, why should I take my chance? Maybe God is there. Why don't I appease him with this puja, doing this, that? Maybe what? Maybe 20, 30,000 I am losing. Let it go. Why take risk? So now you see the kind of mindset that we have, that we are trying to take. See, basically what we are saying is that maybe I don't believe in God, but just for the sake of society, but just for the sake that maybe God is there, why should I take risk? So let me do it. So without any proper understanding, we are living our life and we are doing it in a ritualistic way, which is not less than foolish way. So we should not, and more or less we are living life like a cat on the wall. We may jump in this direction or in this direction. Somebody says very firmly, do you really believe in God? Then he says, no, I don't believe. Do you really believe in God? Yes, I do believe in God. I like God so much. I have a photograph in my home. But when asked in a little challenging way, you are taking in whatever way that it is comfortable to you. So because we do not have our fundamentals strong, what is happening is that our fundamentals are not strong, and that is the reason why if somebody says something, we fall for that. Oh, in one way, there is a adage which says that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. So if you ask yourself who you are, you should know this is what I am. But we do not have that identity, neither we care to or bother to find that identity. Who am I? Who is God? So if I have to know who am I need to know who created me. You understand what I'm saying? If suppose you wanted to understand why there are problems in this universe, Adi Devika, Adi Atmika, Adi Devika, and what is the last one? If somebody is attended my previous classes,
Adi Bhautika.
Adi Bhautika. Okay. Adi Daivika, Adi Atmika, Adi Bhautika. All these kleshas are there. All these difficulties are there. Why are we facing? So who is creating them? If you attack at the root level, who has created this problem, then you will understand the root cause and can eliminate the problem from the root. And that is what is our philosophy of Bhagavad Gita and the method of teaching that we are going to do. So we will understand and the philosophy not from a mundane perspective, but a level where we can imbibe some of the principles in our life and lead a quality life, a purposeful life, which will take us towards that green 10%, not that red 10%. There are people who say that when I take up to the Bhagavad Gita process, I am getting depressed. So I went for a book distribution once, and immediately that person with folded hands said, no, Prabhuji, I cannot take this Bhagavad Gita book to my home. Then I said, what is this? He is with folded hands, he is saying that, no, Prabhuji, I cannot take this book to my home. What? Will your wife beat you? Or will your parents beat you when you take this book to home? Then he said, no, Prabhuji, this book, Bhagavad Gita, is talking about the battlefield. So when I take and read Bhagavad Gita, in my home also there is Kurukshetra war going to come. So I don't want it to take. So sometimes people are having their own notion of why they should read Bhagavad Gita, why they should not read Bhagavad Gita. So it's an exciting journey for all of us to be in this process of learning what we are supposed to learn. And what will happen to you, one last slide, I was going to share with you. And we are going to see everything in a scientific way, whether we are, whether soul exists in ourselves or not. All this in a very nice way we'll discuss. But one thing I just wanted to know and tell you that before Arjuna read or heard Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, what was his condition? You see that? My whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on the end. My bow, Gandiva, is slipping from my hand and my skin is burning. Now just imagine you are a student and you practiced for an engineering entrance exam or a medical entrance exam, and on the last day when at the time of writing your exam, this is the condition you are in. Your whole body is trembling. Your hair is standing on its edge and you don't want to write the exam. You prepared so well for a lifetime. Maybe for 12 years you wanted to achieve something and you struggled for that. Maybe IIT, maybe medical, this, that. Now you are saying, I don't want to write my exam. What kind of a person is he when he says that this is what I don't want to write my exam. And Arjuna had a lack of confidence. Anxiety was troubling him. He was demoralized. He is stressed off. He is depressed. And that is the condition each one of us are in. That 80% category, each one are in that category only. And that is the reason why Bhagavad Gita is spoken. And so that we can come out confidently to face challenges in our life. We come out of the anxiety mode and get right principles to stand for in our life. Come out of the stress and depression and lead a life with the quality and a life which is having bliss, happiness, which we are all longing for. Okay, after when he read or heard Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna emerged as victorious. Why? Because he could overcome all these things. In our life, when we take up to this Krishna consciousness process, we will be able to face the challenges in our life more confidently. We will be able to overcome our own challenges, our own issues that we are facing in our personal life, professional life, social life, family life, any life for that matter. This is what is the manual for the mankind. Okay, with that I wanted to end today. If any questions are there, we'll take it up. Thank you all for your wonderful participation and giving us this wonderful opportunity to make difference in your life and to also make difference in our life while understanding these principles, the journey we have taken. So those who have questions can
Prabhuji, we have
ask
in the chat. Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji. So we'll do one thing. Take one from the chat. Take one from unmuting those who are raising their hands. So officially, we are done with the class for today. Those who wanted to stay back, you can stay back through the question answer session, or we will meet again on next Sunday, same time, 5 p.m. Hare Krishna. And there will be one homework that we will be given to you as an assignment to this week. Simple homeworks so that you can take care of that also. Thank you once again. Hare Krishna. Virendra Prabhu, can you unmute and ask? After that, please be ready, Mataji. Preeti Mataji with the question. Yeah. Virendra Prabhu. Go ahead. If you have any question, please unmute. Yeah. If Virendra Prabhu is not able to, Preeti Mataji, you can go ahead with the question.
What is the soul?
There's a disturbance coming from the background. Is it you,
Shiva Prabhu? Shiva Prabhu, can you please mute? Yeah, okay. Okay, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah, Preeti Mataji, go ahead.
Come was, what is a soul, Prabhuji?
What is soul? Okay. The question is, what is soul? That's where Krishna talks about in the second chapter itself. What is soul? I'll give you an example. Now, there is disturbance coming. Please mute. Okay. Now, suppose there is a person who dead. He's passed away. Like basically, his dead body is there. What do we say when we see that scenario? What do you say? We say that this person passed away. Ye mar gaya, chani poyadu. So in the mundane language also, we see that passed away. The body is there only. What has passed away? Mar gaya, kya gaya, chani poyadu, yem poindi. So that which is missing while he was alive, which left him, and then this body has no more value, that is the soul. The one which has value, and if it is there with you, then only this body has value. If not, this body has no value. You will just cannot withstand to keep that body for more than one day. You just wanted to take it to the burial ground and do the ritual of burning or digging and doing whatever. So that is the soul, which is what makes you speak, makes you conscious of. There are few characteristics of the soul which we will discuss in the next class, and then we will systematically understand. Next question. Yeah, we can take from Yash Prabhu. You can unmute and ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण जी, नरेंद्र यश फादर। प्रभु जी, एक क्वेश्चन ये दिमाग में अभी रिसेंटली आया है।
Can you keep the microphone little closer, Prabhu?
यस, हरे कृष्ण जी। एक क्वेश्चन दिमाग में रिसेंटली एक कैसी थॉट आते रहता है कृष्णा के बारे में, तो आत्मा को शुद्ध पूर्ण रूप से शुद्ध करने के लिए क्या क्या करना चाहिए? क्योंकि
आप थोड़ा धीरे से बोलेंगे प्रभु, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, फिर से दोहराइए।
प्रभु जी, रिसेंटली दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आया है कि आत्मा को पूर्ण रूप से शुद्ध करने के लिए क्या भक्ति के कार्य करना चाहिए ताकि आत्मा शुद्ध, क्योंकि मेन आत्मा ही है जो कंटिन्यूटी बनी रहती है परमात्मा से मिलने के लिए। मटेरियल वर्ल्ड तो हम लोग बहुत कुछ कर लेते हैं, पर आत्मिक रूप से पूर्ण रूप से कार्य नहीं करते। तो आत्मा को शुद्ध होने के लिए क्या?
प्रभु जी, आई एम सॉरी, आप हिंदी जो बात कर रहे हैं थोड़ा फास्ट बात कर रहे हैं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ये नहीं है कि मेरे को हिंदी नहीं आता है, मगर आप थोड़ा फास्ट बात कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा प्रिसाइजली व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन?
सर, आत्मा प्लीज मैम वांट टू बी ट्रांसलेट इन इंग्लिश, शायद मेरा ख्याल है प्रीति मैम।
पर प्रभु जी, आप चैट में डाल देंगे प्रभु समय क्या? कैन यू पुट इट इन चैट विद सिंपल इंग्लिश?
Yes,
because of lack of time I am requesting.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
He was asking how to purify the soul.
To purify.
Mataji, can you repeat that?
He was saying how to purify soul. What are the different ways of purifying the soul?
Okay. Thank you. Very wonderful question, Yash Prabhu. Thank you, Preeti Mataji. So, what are the ways you can purify the soul? तो हर एक युग में एक एक युग धर्म रहता है अपने आत्मा को उसका अस्तित्व पहचानने के लिए, और टू प्यूरिफाई इन ईच युगा देयर इज ए युग धर्म, एंड इन दिस युगा द युग धर्म इज हरेर नाम हरेर नामैव केवलम कलौ नास्तेव 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 गतिरन्यथा. So the Shastra is saying that in Kali Yuga there is no other way, no other way, no other way. 3 times it is saying that Harir Nama Eva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva, Kali Yuga, Kalau Nasteva. Nasteva means no other way. Nasteva Gati Ranyada. So there is no other Gati other than taking the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is there in the Shastra, which is said that it will purify your soul, it will purify your existence, and view that consciousness what it needs. And we are following that process, because it is given in the Shastras, and we are following it. And we will discuss about this in greater detail. Don't take it on my face value what I am saying. We will dig deeper into each and every subject. Thank you, Yash Prabhu. Prabhuji, any follow-up question we will take up later, Prabhu. Please don't mind. We will give opportunity for others also. Preeti Mataji, any question that is there in the chat? If not, we will give to Virendra.
How to know the purpose of life, Prabhuji?
How do you know the purpose of life? Okay, if to know the purpose of life, you have to attend these classes. Okay, so that is how we try to bind you, at least for a couple of months. See, anything that comes instantly, instantly will go. So this process which we are trying to bring in is little time taking, but it will give you everlasting peace, happiness, and a direction in your life which will take you from mediocrity to blissful stage, that 10% green state, not into this emergency 10% state. So hope I made that clear. Thank you. Virendra Prabhu.
Hello Prabhuji.
Virendra Prabhu. Mataji, wait. Virendra Prabhu.
Prabhuji, people always talk about the enlightenment moksha. What is the enlightenment and what is the moksha, and how one can get the enlightenment path?
Okay. See, enlightenment is a general word that one can talk about. Enlightenment means I got some revelations. Now, earlier I am not, but now I have got the proper direction in one way that you can say that I am enlightened now. So not that enlightenment which is a in photographs you see that in some of the Babas and others background you have that circle, white circle. Not that enlightenment I'm talking about. So when you read Bhagavad Gita, you will get enlightened. actually the prayers that we do, where we request our Guru to give us, to take us from darkness to light. So that is what is real enlightenment. So we are ignorant now. We are Jada Padartha. We are ignorant, and we are requesting the Guru and asking mercy of Lord Shri Krishna to bring light in our life, such that we can come out of this darkness, ignorance, and take us to the light, which is what our journey should be. Ajnana timirandasya gnanandana shalakaya. So that is what ajnana, from ajnana to light. That is what we wanted to go. We will look into that. The second part, moksha part. What is moksha? So moksha could mean so many things. When we see our dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So Bhagavad Gita doesn't stop at moksha level, it goes beyond. Moksha, see, all this dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all four are again kind of tuned towards yourself only. That I want moksha, I want kama, I have desires. I want artha, I want financial this thing. That I has not yet gone in these four parts. When we go beyond that, that is where Bhagavad Gita talks about next level going. So just don't restrict yourself to dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but go to the next level. So that is where we need to take, and we will not restrict to being in moksha state, but we'll go beyond. And what is that beyond? That is what our Krishna consciousness philosophy understand. Then we will be able to really realize that in our life, and we will be able to see that in our life, that we are able to practice that also. I have not addressed your question, Prabhu, but it will come. So in the next few classes, please wait, and you can park this question after couple of classes, probably 3-4 classes, then it will start evolving. Thank you. Preeti Mataji, next question.
Prabhuji, one question. They said, why should a 20-year-old read Bhagavad Gita? Why a teenager should be reading a Bhagavad Gita?
See, this is a very nice question. A lot of people ask. Spirituality is for the people who are retired after 60 years. Then only I'll read Bhagavad Gita. So what good? Actually, Prahlad Maharaj, he talks about who are the people to take up to the spiritual process. He says, Kaumaram, you need to give this spiritual knowledge while you are young. Because right now what happened to all of us is that we have taken to this process probably in the midst of our life. Well, that's okay. Somewhere you have to start. But actually this has to be given to the in the young stage. Why? Because now you are saying that, a lot of you are saying that I don't know what is my purpose in my life. I am taken to this wrong process in my life where I am just interested only in eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Now what do I do now? I've lost my 40 years of my life, 50 years of my life, 30 years of my life. Instead of regretting at later point of time, better get this knowledge in the young age and make a difference in your life and also make difference in others' life. So this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should be given especially to the youth and to the children and also to others, no, undoubtedly. But again, it should be given for the children for more, because their lifespan is bigger, their impact in their life to inculcate and inspire others and make difference in their life also makes a lot of difference. And we do a lot of college preaching. I personally go to some few colleges and do this, inspire them. Yes. Mataji, we'll take one question for those who have not been asking questions. Yash Prabhu has already asked. If not, Yash Prabhu can ask.
Prabhuji, Padma Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, Padma Mataji is asking that she is a housewife and how to concentrate in daily puja without any other thoughts. And after offering the food or prasadam, how can we stop not asking, how to stop ourselves to God about the fruits?
Okay, I kind of did not get that properly, but what I
How to
understand.
concentrate? How to concentrate in daily puja without any other thoughts, and after offering the prasadam.
Okay, Mataji, this is a question that is valid not only just for house makers or housewives, it is applicable to everyone. Our mind is always wandering. Our mind, it is compared in the Shastra, is that our mind is compared with a monkey. We know that a monkey is not sitting in one branch for few minutes also. Immediately something happened, it is jumping to another. What made it jump? We don't know. It immediately jumps. Now, the Shastra says that the mind is compared with a monkey, not just with a monkey, but a monkey which is drunk. Nicely alcohol it has drank. That is the kind of, not only a monkey drunk, but also a thorn which has pricked its foot. Now just imagine what will be the state of that particular monkey. That is what is compared. And not only that, on and above it, this monkey is haunted with a ghost. So that is the kind of characteristic given in our Shastras about the mind. So how can you tackle such a mind? Not easy. But there is one monkey, you see, which is very nicely, peacefully there. Which is that monkey?
Hanuman.
Who said that? Hanuman?
Varendras.
Hari Bol, Virendra Prabhu ki jai. Okay, so Hanuman is he's also a monkey, but very peacefully. What is making him be so peaceful? The holy name, Ram Nam. When you take up to this chanting process, take up the holy name, Mataji, if you wanted to, what is mantra? Mantra means Trayate iti mantra. That which delivers this mind is called mantra. So mantra means that which draws you, and you wanted to keep that mantra. We can define that at later point of time more detail, because now the point is that mantra means the one which will draw you and take you to your real destination. So Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when you take up to this chanting at least one round each day, then your mind will start becoming your friend than your enemy now. Each one of us are facing that challenge. Thank you, Mataji. We will probably end now. We'll take up to the other questions.
Few questions about how the course is going to go. Are we going to discuss about all the Bhagavad Gita shloks, or how whole of the Bhagavad Gita is going to cover?
Okay.
So, and
thank you, Mataji. I understood. Yes. Mataji, I understood. So how will you, what is the kind of plan you have in the next 6 months? That's not the question you are, Mataji. Who asked that, Mataji?
Two Matajis. Two Mataji, Archana Mataji and Bhavani Mataji.
Oh, okay. So you see, now when you wanted to learn algebra, initially you need to learn the tables, 2 table, 3 table, and when you know how to do certain simple mathematics, then you can take up to the higher things. So similarly, in the 6 months, we will be doing all the sessions based on Bhagavad Gita, and we will learn some slokas. But our end goal is that we wanted to apply some of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in our life, and then make difference in our life. Not just we wanted to learn a few slokas and say that, yeah, I know Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. You see, somebody was saying that you ask me any Bhagavad Gita sloka from this side, that side, I will be able to tell. What difference it makes if you do not apply those Bhagavad Gita principles in our life? An ounce of practice is better than tons of theory. So this 6 months, we have a set of curriculum wherein our fundamentals will be strong, where we will be able to discuss with confidence, who am I, which is what Bhagavad Gita is talking about. Who is the Supreme Lord? With no ambiguity, you will be able to tell who is the Supreme Lord. What is my relationship with the Supreme Lord? How do I build that relationship which is lacking in my life? between me and the Supreme Lord, and why, what is this Prakriti, and why is it troubling me so much? Why so many obstacles are there in my life? How do I understand? How do I tackle when this kind of situation happen in my life? So all these kind of questions will be addressed in a very systematic way in the next 6 months or so. So I know it's a long duration, but weekly once we are doing, but we will have some assignments in between, so you can put it into practice, etc. Okay, one last question, Mataji, Preeti Mataji, we can take up one last if there is any. If not, we'll end.
Prabhuji, would they want the homework?
Okay, I will send it in the WhatsApp group, that homework, and it will be simple homework. So slowly we might increase this thing, but right now it will be simple so that we can get grounded and get the liking and enthusiasm to read and understand Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so we'll end now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. One question was there from Vishwa Prabhu, which was very relevant, that why people say that after opening each page of Bhagavad Gita, we get the solution for our problems.
Okay, we get the solution, you mean?
I mean, any page we open, we'll get the solution from Bhagavad Gita. He wants to know that.
Oh, okay. Prabhuji, you might say that it is good, but not easy. So this is somewhat for people, like Mahatma Gandhi said that whenever calamities come in my life, whenever troubles haunt me, and I'm not able to make decisions in my life, then I take the shelter of Bhagavad Gita. When I start reading Bhagavad Gita, the solutions, whatever are required to solve that, comes from there. But we are not at that level. At least I am not at that level, and we need to really follow this process of understanding in a very systematic way. Don't be greedy. Please forgive me for saying this word. This 6 months, if you spend time, you will understand very systematically. And tomorrow, if somebody asks you what is Bhagavad Gita, why I should read Bhagavad Gita, what is there in Bhagavad Gita, I am telling you, when you wake up any time of the day, or anybody asks this question anytime, you will be confidently able to answer. That assurance I can give you, that you will have confidence in not only speaking what is there in Bhagavad Gita, you will be more a changed person who is more confident to face challenges in his life. That life could be professional life, could be social life, could be personal life, or social life, any life for that matter. One, and you will have a purpose in your life, and you will be driven with that purpose, and you will have a destination which will take you towards that blissful state rather than a mediocre state, nor in an emergency state. You will be really going and moving towards that, and that's where we will be all trying to, and with the mercy of the Supreme Lord and mercy of our Guru Parampara, we'll be able to go there. We will do short kirtan and we'll end. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Everyone.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mahamantra ki
Hare
jai.
Hari Bol.
Vaishnava ki jai.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Once again, I thank you all for your wonderful participation. See you all next week, same time, 5 p.m. Sunday. To please do your assignments. So it will be sent in your WhatsApp group. If you want any one of your friends to join this, please invite them. They can still register, and we can add them to the group. Dandavat pranam to all. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Preeti Mata ji, and all other devotees for helping us. Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna.
धन्यवाद
Hare
धन्यवाद
Krishna.
प्रभु
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु